welcome to a new lesson, inshallah. Today we will talk about adverbs. Adverbs, they mean in Arabic الظروف, okay? Why do we use them? When do we use them? What is their, let's say, purpose in the sentence? So, adverbs, they add extra information. They are exactly like the adjectives. But adjectives, they define or they add more information to nouns and pronouns. While adverbs, they add extra information to verbs, other adjectives, other adverbs, okay? And they tell us how something is done, or when it is done, or why it is done, okay? So if I want to know the adverb in a sentence, I should ask myself how, when, or where. For example, when I say, I drive carefully to work. I drive carefully to work. Now, if we use how does Akram drive? He drives carefully. Where does he drive? He drives to the work carefully, okay? Or when does he drive? When he goes to work, okay? So adverbs add information, gives us extra information about how something is done. So instead of I saying I drive to work, I say I drive carefully to work, okay? So the sentence become longer and more beautiful, more mature, okay, ناضجة, much better. Also, they talk about the quality in a sentence, okay? For example, she sings beautifully. She sings amazingly, okay? So these are adverbs, describe other verbs or adverbs or adjectives, and they add more, let's say, beautiful side to the sentence, okay? Now we have different type of adverbs. We will go through them, let's say, briefly. Look, briefly is an adverb. You see, we look, you see, we look at them briefly. How do we look at them briefly? So adverbs of manner in Arabic اللي هي ظروف السلوك tells us how something is done. How something is done. For example, look at them. Quickly, بسرعة. Elegantly, رقي. Slowly, ببطء. Carefully, بحذر. And cleverly, etc. طبعا, of course, there are plenty of examples. And if you notice, most of the adverbs, not all of them, end in ly. So this is another way to, let's say, define adverbs or identify adverbs, okay? We add ly to them, but not always, but they tell us something about the verb, okay? How it is done, This is adverb of manner. Now another type of adverbs is the adverb of time, and from their name, ظروف الزمان, okay? They tell us about the time, okay? Look at the example. Soon, now, later, then, tomorrow, today, day after tomorrow, every day, weekly, annually, quarterly, yearly, yesterday, last month, tonight, last week, immediately. All of these words talk about time. So they add quality to the time. They explain time, okay? When is the movie? I can't just say, well, we are going to watch a movie later. We are going to watch a movie tonight or tomorrow, okay? So try to use them. They add more to your sentences. They make them look more beautiful, more mature, nicer, okay? And of course, they add information about time. So usually they answer the question when, okay? If I want to, if this is an adverb or no, I just ask when. For example, I am traveling to USA tomorrow. When is he traveling? Tomorrow. So tomorrow is an adverb of time. Now another type of adverb is the adverb of place. and also from its name, adverb of place. It tells about a place. It defines the place. Above, anywhere, behind, below, downward, forward, here, there, inside something, outside something, underneath, over, down, etc. So all these words, they tell us where something is, okay, or where did this action took place. For example, I work in a company. I want to know where is everyone. Okay, where is everyone? Well, they are above, or they are up, or they are in the upper floor. All of them are adverbs of time. Adverbs of place, and they tell us about the place of something. So also we ask them about like where. Okay, so where are they? They are in so and so. Another type of adverb is the adverb of frequency, and frequency means tikrar. Okay, so they tell us how many times this thing happened or taken a place, and they start from the very few to the most used. For example, when I say never, never it means abadan. Okay, so for example, how many times did you visit England? I say never. It tells a frequency, okay, and it means this frequency is zero. When I say always, it means daiman, okay. So look at the examples: always, frequently, generally, hardly ever, never, normally, occasionally, often, rarely, regularly, seldom, sometimes, usually. They all have a certain percentage. So if something I do every day, I use always. If something I do once a year, I say rarely, nadiran. If something I never did, I say never. If something I do, let's say 3 times a week, I use the word sometimes. If something I do 5 times a day, I say usually, let's say, or always. So it depends on the amount of the times you do something, you use the adverb of frequency, and it tells more about how many times do you do this. So when someone asks me, for example, how many times do you swim, let's say every year, when I say I always swim, it means that I do this type of activity regularly, on regular basis. Okay, it's different when I say I never swim, or I sometimes swim, maybe once or 2 times every month or every 6 months. So these adverbs tells you exactly, or gives you, let's say, more idea about when these things are taking place and how much do you do them. Another type of adverb is the adverb of degree, ظروف الدرجة, and it tells us the exact quality of something. For example, when I say this laptop is too heavy, or very heavy, or extremely heavy, okay, or much heavier than this laptop, or less heavy. So it tells us something about it, okay, whether it's something negative or positive. For example, I say too heavy, it means I can't handle it, I can't hold it because it's too heavy. But when I say it's very heavy, it's still, I can carry it, but it's still heavy, okay. So this is different. When you say too, T-O-O, it means that you can't do this, okay. This is too expensive for me, I can't buy it because it's too expensive. This is very expensive, it is expensive, but I still can't buy it, okay. And the same with extremely, much, and less. So these are adverbs of degree. We will stop here about adverbs. I just want you to know that they modify verbs, other adjective, other adverbs. They mostly end with ly. They add more information about the sentence, and they tell us something about the quality of something, and they usually answer questions like how, when, or where. Okay, now we will go to prepositions. And prepositions, they are very important, and you have to pay special attention to them, because there is almost no one single sentences without preposition. And most of the time they are followed by adjective and noun or noun. For example, when I say the watch is on the table, okay, the watch is on the table, so what comes after on follows on. So on the table all comes with the preposition on, okay. It means something is on something, on top of something. So prepositions, they all function the same. Mostly they come at the end of the sentence and they come together as a group, and we call it a prepositional phrase. In Arabic we say شبه جملة جار ومجرور, okay. So usually they start with the preposition, and we have plenty of prepositions: on, it, of, from, under, above, etc. We will come to them, okay. So they are an essential part of almost every sentence. They precede the noun and the adjective. They come before noun and adjective, and they add information about the noun and the adjective. Like when I said the watch is on the table, so on the table here refers to the watch. Where is the watch? It's on the table. And like adverbs, they describe location, where something is; time, when it happened; manner, the way it happened; direction, if you are talking about directions, like straight, before, in front of, opposite, downwards, backwards, forward, opposite, etc. And they are tell us more about nouns, okay. So they define nouns more, they add more information. We have same as adverbs. If you look at the table in front of you, we have prepositions of time. They tell us about time or when something has happened. I have chosen these three, they are the most used. Look at them. Now at, the preposition at, is used for a precise time. When I say at or at night, okay, it tells us this is a specific time, at night. Now look at in. In is used with months. So if you have months like January, February, I say in January, in February. With years, in 1991, in 2000, in 2010, I don't say at with years, I say in. Decades, like when I say, for example, last decade, which is like 10 years, okay. Centuries, 100 years, like when I say in the 18th century, in the 20th century, in the 1st century, we use in. Now with on, we use it with days and dates, okay. So at with a specific time, precise time, at night, at the morning, at noon, okay. In with months, years, decades, centuries, long periods of time. And on with days. So with Monday, I don't say in or at, I say on Monday. I have a meeting on Monday. I will see you on Wednesday, for example. I have to travel on Friday, okay. Now look at prepositions of place. From their name, they talk about a place, they define a place, they tell us about a place. I will go through them quickly. Above, on, under, below, beneath, behind, in front of, between, beside, next to, near, close to, by, in, inside, within, into, out, outside. They all tell us about the place of something, whether it's above us, okay, under, behind, front, and some other, let's say, floor or level. So they tell us about a place, okay. We have prepositions of directions. they have a movement, okay, like across the street خلال الشارع عبر الشارع, down إلى الأسفل, okay, against something, مقابل شيء, past something, okay. If you want to tell someone about, for example, where I can find the Safeway, for example, I say go past the electricity company, which means after the electricity company you will find the Safeway, okay. So it means بعد شيء, around something, over something or under something. So these are, let's say, fast explanation about prepositions. You can surf the net, read more about them, read a lot of example. But here is the more, let's say, the most specific information I wanted to make sure that you know, okay? So you know this is time, this is place, this is manner, etc. Now we have, if you look at this preposition of manner, they show us why something happened, for example. Look at, for example, as use to define ability or capacity. Her notes work as a guide. Her notes work as a guide. Here, as tell us or tells us what is the benefit of these notes, why these notes are valuable to us, okay. So if I want to say something about someone's work, I use as, okay. For example, I say, because of his work as a colleague in our office, blah blah blah, we could finish this project, okay. The same with by, it's used to define a measurement or a procedure, okay. It adds more specific information. For example, I want to buy this by kilo, or I want this done by tomorrow, okay. N talks about different emotions, okay. For example, my sister entered the room in shock. I'm describing here a mental state, okay. On defines the manner of action. She's coming on a horse, okay. I'm describing exactly that she is coming and what she is riding or what she is using. Throw خلال شيء, okay, done with the help of someone or something. When I say she can buy a phone through her brother, for example, okay. So she can buy it through her brother. Or with, used for an instrument, companion, okay. If I want to talk about something, I'm going with my friend, okay, or with my parent, or with my wife. All of these tell us more about the subject of the sentence. We can use prepositions of manner. You can reread the examples, try to write similar things, and try to use them.